This just doesn't make any sense.
Ah, if it isn't the Prophet. What's wrong? You look troubled. I know. Shah Rim has already told me. I hardly knew her, but it's horrible. Different ideologies or not, she was a fine young mage, and her knowledge of the Pyreans was impressive. We need to find the ones who did this, and fast. But you probably already know that. Thank Malphus we just had a breakthrough with the beacon. At least as far as the sockets go, yes. In the old tablets you found in old Dothugrat, there's talk of black embers, which are supposed to be some kind of energy supply for the machine. This is what we've been asking ourselves over the past few weeks, and then it fell like pelt from our eyes. The Pyreans were talking about the Black Pearls. Old jewels, sometimes known as Blackstones. They appeared for the first time in the Golden Era, and every self-important noble literally fought to get one in his possession. Apparently they originated from Stormwind, the old city in the heart of Octwind. They changed owners for decades, sometimes by violence, sometimes by gold. The whole thing only stopped when the owners took note of an undesirable side effect, if you like. Everything has a catch, and sometimes this catch is even upside down. But the stones weren't somehow enchanted, if that's what you're thinking. At least not by any known magical means. Nevertheless, all of their owners eventually shared the same fate. Countess Katua from Nerim, for example, whose castle burnt down to its foundations. According to a survivor of this tragedy, she was to blame for that. He claimed that he saw her the night it happened, laughing hysterically and dancing in the dining room and summoning waves of fire all around her. She was not previously known to have any magical talent in her. Correct. Plus, all of them eventually showed similar symptoms of delusion, like those possessed by the Red Madness do. A peculiar coincidence, if you ask me. Not quite.
Those who owned a pearl tried to get rid of it, or lock it up somewhere safe, and eventually they fell into oblivion. Tell him your theory, Archmagister.
Yes, of course. We believe that the stones carry energy, pure, uncontrolled magic, and that the High Ones use them for their own purposes. Correct. The pearls' magic make their owners powerful, but the High Ones befoul them, so to speak. Like a poisoned potion. I know it sounds odd, but the parallels are too striking to ignore. The red shimmer in the victim's eyes, the slow descent into madness, and ultimately this irrational, destructive act of violence. That's what we thought too, but it seems that we were wrong. Maybe the High Ones never leave our planes at all, even after the cleansing. Maybe they are even part of this world, just like the tides or the elements. And the death of the gods is only what really sets them rolling, so to speak. That's a question I've been asking myself since we first learned of the cycle. Who knows? Maybe they like for us to suffer. Or maybe they see us as we see ants, whose lives simply mean nothing. Or maybe the very concept of intentions is meaningless to them.
Not to burst into tears.
That's what we think, yes. Nothing else in this world possesses that much raw power.
Which is why you will find them for us. That's right. But we don't need all of them. The beacon has 3 sockets, and that is how many of the stones we will acquire. Archmagister.
I studied the history of the pearls as a young arcanist, and I think that my notes might give you some hints as to where you should start looking. Give me until tomorrow. By then I will have prepared the relevant excerpts. Just come to me whenever you have questions.
And hurry. I take it you have already noticed this, but Nerimi's troops are roaming our land and building outposts, and the Red Madness is also getting worse as we speak. Now go, Prophet. The sooner we find these stones, the better.
Yes. Yes, that just might work.
Well met.
Prophet. I have been told it is a great loss for our cause. You were the one who found her, weren't you? Why was she in the tavern? And how did you know where to find her? And she did not say anything else? That was foolish. Here in the temple, the murderer would not have had such an easy time. And whatever it was she found out, she took it to the grave with her. Now we are back at the beginning. I will ensure that she gets a proper funeral. Commander Aaron will take care of the investigation.
Well, what should I think about it? It starts getting really ugly. Even if Nerim manages to only get 1/5 of their army over here, the Order has a massive problem. Plus, most soldiers of the City Guard have never used their weapons on anything else than training dummies, while the Neremese have been hardened by 2 decades of civil war. I truly hope this Jorek comes to senses, somehow.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city. From this day on, there's war. Without a word of warning, the pathless Neremese attacked our city in an act of infinite cowardice. They have led their boar ships into our holy waters and landed on our coasts. And it is naught but blood that they are looking for. Blood, war, and misery. But as if breaking the 1,000-year-old peace between the countries of the civilized world wasn't enough, they also desecrated the Lightborn themselves. Be wary of their words, for they are naught but lies. The Lightborn are there, as they have always been. And with their guidance, the Holy Order shall crush the Neremese heretics.
Treat yourself.
Huh? Can I help you? Can I help you?
Any news? Those Neremese heretics are bloody invading our country. Is that news enough? But let them come. We will show them what it means to declare war on a country of the Lightborn.
Buy fish, only the best, and fresh from the Red Sea.
Walk blessed. What can I do for you? Quite the question. As well as can be expected under the circumstances, I suppose. Those Neremese heretics raided and ransacked half of the farm at the Farmer's Coast. Great saviors they are, I tell you. Let's hope the Order makes short work of them.
May your path always be even.
If it's clam and fish you seek,
but we haven't even tried, damn it. Right now there are people dying because you You were too stubborn to even consider a truce. Tealor, something happened to you over there. I feel it. You act so aloof, so infallible, even towards Natara and me. Why?
Have you been snorting, Jorek?
What? No,
Listen to me. I don't care what you do in your own quarters. It is pathetic, but I tolerate it. But to come here, having shot up with that rubbish and throwing accusations at me, it is degrading. And it does not do justice to the man you actually are.
But...
Go, get some sleep. We will talk once you are yourself again.
Huh. You're the one they call the prophet.
What do you want,
aren't you?
urchin child?
Congratulations on passing the trial, I guess.
My problem with you? I don't have a problem with you. I have a problem with what you stand for. Tell me, prophet, who built this temple, which you enter and leave as frivolously as a sailor leaving a brothel? What did Malphas say to Dal Sidocius after he succeeded in suppressing the Blood Moon riot? How goes the 100th verse of the Holy Path, which the novices have to recite each morning? What is the holiest tenet of the creed to every keeper of the sigil? Why is only the highest commander of the guard allowed to enter the temple? I applaud your cunning. You know nothing, neither of our faith nor of our country, and only because you happen to have strong magic in you, Arantheal thinks that justifies desecrating our traditions. Do you know how few Endraleans, even those of the Sublime Path, are granted the novitiate? Are you aware how hard these novices have to train and learn in order to just be allowed to enter the trial? We're not some group of tavern regulars which you can just join and leave on a whim. We are the Holy Order. We are what has kept peace in this country for millennia. And only because Tila has doted on this idiocy of cycles and prophecies, he feels it's justified to abolish this country's foundations with a flick of his fingers. You, urchin child, you're the living proof of what has become of this country. Even just your boot prints on this sacred ground are blasphemy to everything we stand for. What I see is a country that now more than ever needs peace, stability, and a strong leading hand. And transforming this order into a bunch of fortune-tellers, wild mages and thimble riggers will only make the situation worse. Do you even know how many of our people were killed in the war Tila's fool of a son started? And now his former people, Pegast, Sharim, whatever they call themselves, tread on these sacred grounds as if there were nothing more natural in the world. Now leave. Do what you want, but spare me your presence.
Has eased our plight, and now we will walk in the light.
Hello.
One day. Greetings.
Ah, yes. Here. There they are. I've marked the most relevant parts so you don't have to read the entire book. Just see if they tell you anything that could give you a clue as to where you should start searching. I will be waiting at the beacon. Well, finding out about the Blackstones was definitely a great step forwards, but still, we're left with a myriad of questions. Sometimes I feel pathetic, to be honest. Like a child, asked to understand the functioning of a Starling airship.
Just hold the core of the machine in place. It also conducts energy. It's hard to describe.